Right, well, yeah, okay, so it's just gone 20 past. Have us back 22 minutes past now. And
How that timing then, obviously it's an hour, how bang on is that? What if you're running, if you're 10 minutes over, is that really bad? If you're 10 minutes under, is that really bad?
10 minutes over is bad.
And under?
10 minutes under is bad. It needs to be on time.
Well, literally by a couple of minutes.
If you were coming in there at 15 past, I'd say you need to go back out. You need more, you need to use the timer. Allow 5 minutes at the end to do the reflective thing, so you can get in there, well, back in here. We're starting here because we're near the test centre, so it's nearest them. Test centre's shut in a minute.
If I was going to do the debrief at the end in here, obviously it's alright getting back 10 minutes early. Or would I need to do the debrief somewhere else?
Yeah, allow 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes. You're about 5 minutes at the end just to reflect on what just happened. So yeah.
Okay.
You want to be back in this car. You don't want to get back here late.
No. Alright.
Because he's got to mark it and then go and do the next test, and so it'll be a bit like want to be in time. So I would have driven here before the lesson, so all my cockpit should be done, shouldn't it?
Yeah, so you're all sorted, you've had a little practice drive.
So I've had my practice drive in the morning, before getting there. We've arrived, done all the intros with the examiner. He's now sat behind me, and yeah, whenever you're ready, I'll go into roll for the next, and I'll stay and roll for the hour till we're back.
Okay, so we're not going to go out of roll. I'll just go with the flow.
No, yeah, we'll just do it as a thing. I'll just stay and roll, because if I'm in and out of roll, it's going to mess your time up. It's going to.
So if I say anything sort of majorly wrong, we'll just let it flow. You carry on with it, and then you can explain at the end or whenever you watch the video.
Yeah.
Rather than stop me.
Yeah, as if I was a real. Just treat me like a real pupil. This is as real to it as it's going to get, apart from it's me role playing. But I'll stay and roll.
Okay. Right.
Unless there's if you instruct me to do something dangerous or illegal, then I'll be like, no, I can't do that.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get any points on my license.
Yeah. Go 90. Okay then. Yeah, okay. I'm ready then.
Yeah. Okay. Right, so I'm good. Everything's set. Right, yes, yeah, so whenever you're ready. 25 minutes past, so yeah.
Bang on. Okay, Howard. Right, what we are going to be doing our lesson on today is something we haven't done yet.
Okay.
Which is parking. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Specifically reverse bay parking. So reversing into a car park space.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously we've done little bits of reversing before, but we haven't actually reversed into a car park space. So we're gonna.
No, that's it. You said we were going to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to go for a little drive, and we're going to go to a car park similar to this, hopefully a little bit quieter, and we're going to talk it through and have a few goes at it. Okay.
Brilliant. Yeah, lovely.
All right. So we'll just recap on the last lesson. The last lesson we obviously drove on a bypass, 10 minutes down the A47 and 10 minutes back this way.
Oh yeah.
Okay. How did you find that?
Yeah, it's alright. I was getting the hang of the slip roads coming on and off on the A47. We was going towards Swaffham, weren't we? Yeah,
we're going towards Swaffham. Yeah.
So I was on and off slip roads. Did a few of those. Got used to the extra speed. Yeah. First time on a dual carriageway. It seemed all right.
Yeah, I mean,
I did okay.
You did. You did really well. That was a really good attempt the first time on a dual carriageway. What we're going to do today is we're going to have a little 10-minute drive to get to where we need to go to do the parking.
Are we going on the A47 today?
We're not going on the A47 today because we're going slightly different direction. But we're going to be going on the Northern Distributor Road.
Oh, have I done that before?
You haven't been on it before, no.
Oh, okay.
But very similar to the A47. It's got 2 lanes, slightly lower speed limit because it isn't a dual carriageway. It's 60 miles per hour on there rather than 70.
Oh, it's not a dual carriageway. It's 60.
Okay. Yeah, it's 60 miles per hour on there. Okay. So we'll obviously bear that in mind with the speeds. And what we want to look for while we're doing that is obviously just keeping within the speeds, using the left-hand lane unless we feel the need to overtake.
Right. Okay.
using the indicators at the right time, so if we need to overtake or if we're coming off the road, like what we did last lesson, which we did really well.
I remember when we come off at the slip road, you said signal at the 300-yard marker.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
we'll be obviously using all them skills we did last time just to get there. There'll also be a few roundabouts on the way as well, which we did a few lessons ago. We did left, straight over, right at roundabouts. So we're going to be putting them into practice as well.
Oh yeah, they were quite quiet, weren't they?
They were quite quiet, yeah. So it might be a little bit busier today, but that isn't a problem at all. So we'll just be using what we've learned in the last couple of lessons just to get to the destination. When we get there, we'll obviously have a little briefing about the bay parking, and and we'll have a go at that. But yeah, what we'll do now is we'll make our way to where we need to go. So I'll direct you. I'll probably won't intervene unless I have to. So obviously let you drive. Just tell you where you're going, and when we get there, we'll just talk through the drive briefly, and
all right, yeah.
See how that goes. Okay. So yeah, we've obviously got everything's all sorted. You've had a little drive here before. So
I've done everything's all ready. Yeah.
All set up nicely, nice temperature, headset everywhere, all good. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just turn the engine on, and we'll just turn right out of this car park space.
Okay. I'll do that so you can see the time.
And like I said, I'm just going to direct you, and yeah, it'll be about just under a 10-minute drive, I should think.
Oh, 10 minutes, yeah. Do I need to signal here?
No, you don't need to signal there. No. And if we can turn right when we get to the end of this road. And just follow the road round to the right so we can exit the car park.
Parking mode disabled.
And then at the end of this road we're going to turn left. So that's good use of the mirrors and the indicator.
Thanks. Am I allowed to put my window up?
Yeah, you can put your window up, yeah. With can you remember how to do that? So keep your eyes on the road. Yeah, that's up. So you're feeling more and more confident each lesson now?
Yeah, I don't still, like when I get going, do I? I used to stall a lot, didn't I, when it start?
Yeah, you haven't stalled for a good few lessons now, have you? So
yeah, I feel happy with that. I'm getting used to the controls and I feel like I can drive now, you know.
yeah, I mean you're improving each week. It's good, and we're learning different topics each week. So yeah, very good. At this roundabout, we're gonna go straight over.
Straight over.
Which will be the second exit.
Where are you going? Up here, yeah?
Yeah. And at this roundabout, we're going to be going straight over as well, which is the second exit. So, not that exit where the gate is, the second exit.
Not this one?
No, the second one here.
Up here, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay. Is it still 30 here?
Can you see the signs? Speed limit signs?
Oh, it's 40. Oh, okay.
Okay, and at this roundabout we're going to be turning left. So we're going to be going on to the Northern Distributor Road now. So obviously,
God, this is the one that's on the news a lot, isn't it?
it's quite a new road, yeah. So obviously,
Where all the crashes. Over here.
so just keep an eye on any speed limit changes. There'll be signs.
So it's 60. Yeah?
So yeah, when we get to that sign,
Oh, where we
it's
get
still
there?
it's still what the previous speed limit was.
So is it still 40?
40 here,
So it's now.
and now we can go up to 60. Yeah.
60. Oh, because this isn't the dual carriageway. Oh. It's overtaking.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Sorry.
Drifted a little bit to the left then, didn't we? So keep your eyes on the road,
Looking here, I was worried about that man.
like we did last time.
What's coming in?
Okay, we're going to come up to another roundabout now,
Yeah.
and we're going to be taking the second exit. If you follow the signs to Norwich and Cromer.
Little pumps.
So there's a little
Oh.
dead end exit first, but it's the first main road exit. So follow the signs to Norwich and Cromer, okay?
Oh, this one.
This is the exit, yeah. Okay, if we can go into the left-hand lane, let's have a look around. And then don't forget that indicator either. Good.
Oh, it's busy, isn't it? Yeah.
It's busier than last time, isn't it?
No,
Because we're
it's
sort of,
whizzing about, yeah.
we're reaching what rush hour, aren't we? People leaving work.
Yeah.
Whereas last time it was sort of the middle of the day, wasn't it? So
Oh yeah, coming up to 5, they'll be coming home, won't they? Sure they're doing more than 60, some of them, aren't
okay, the next roundabout,
they?
we're going to be taking the first exit, which is left.
Oh, left.
Yeah. So we're in the correct lane.
Oh, I'm signaling on the 100. I should have done that. Should I have done that at the 300?
Could have done that a little bit earlier, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so the first exit.
Down here?
Yeah. Eyes on the road. Keep concentration. Okay, what speed are we going?
30.
And what is the speed limit here?
Not sure. I think it is it 30. We come off the big.
Was there any signs that indicated a change of speed from the
I don't know.
Northern
I'm not
Distributor
sure.
Road? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll go a little bit faster.
So it's more than 30.
It is more than 30, yeah.
Do you know what it is? What speed I can do?
It's 40.
40. Change gear, can I?
Good.
Do a 40. 4 for 40, isn't it?
4 for 40 is good, yeah.
Okay, so I'll do a 40.
So yeah, just another couple of minutes and we'll be at the destination we need to be at.
Alright, yeah.
We'll be coming up to some traffic lights shortly.
Oh look, 40 signs.
40 signs, yeah. So when we do reach these traffic lights, you can see them just ahead at the moment.
Oh, that one's right there on green.
Yeah,
Alright, yeah.
we're going to be going straight ahead, okay? So obviously
Okay.
prepare yourself if you need to be in a certain lane. Obviously keep an eye on the road markings.
Just, I've got a question.
Go on then.
When you got the speed limit signs, the 2 signs, the 40s.
Yeah.
So was that was all 40?
What that actually means is there was a change of speed limit. That was actually 60 back there before we reached the 40.
Right, okay.
I was just testing you. Okay, can you notice these ones?
Ooh, 30. Whoops.
So again, because there were signs each way, or
Yeah.
each side of the road.
Sorry.
Okay, so obviously straight over at these
That's
pedestrian lights, yeah.
That's pedestrian crossing. I can
Yeah,
only
do you
go
remember
ahead
that?
there, can't
Unless you were going in someone's drive, yeah.
I? Alright, yeah.
Okay, we've got another set of traffic lights here, so we'll be
Yeah.
going straight over again. So obviously keep an eye on road markings, what lane you need to be in. Keep an eye on the lights as well if they change suddenly.
They're green at the minute.
Green at the moment, but be cautious of the speed because they've been green for a long time. We're going straight ahead.
Oh, the cars are pulling in front. Do I let
You can keep going, you've got right of way, you've got green light.
Okay.
That's good. You can see the speed limit sign still, yeah.
Oh, 30.
Yeah.
I'm doing 25.
25 is fine. I mean, obviously we want to keep, can you remember how many seconds we need to keep behind the car in front on a dry day?
2 seconds.
2 seconds, yeah.
At least 2 seconds.
At least 2 seconds, so as long as we're at least 2 seconds behind,
Yeah.
that's
Am I
fine.
2 seconds?
Yeah, you're at least 2 seconds behind at the moment. You're at a good sort of distance at this sort of speed.
Oh, brilliant. Good.
Okay, more pedestrian lights here, so we'll just be going straight over. If we just check, keep an eye on the car in front. What is he doing? So prepare ourselves
So
for what
turn
he's doing.
right.
Yeah. So there's a big flow of traffic coming the other direction, so we might have to wait a little while for him. Just stop behind him. Not too close. A little bit close there.
Right.
We want to be able to see the road, don't we?
Can I go round?
You don't. There's not enough space to go around there, no. So you did the right thing. Just maybe a little bit too close to him. You want to be able to see the road underneath his car when we stop behind cars. If we remember that before. Watch the pothole.
Yeah, I don't want to hit that. I just
Well
saw
dodged. Okay, we'll keep going straight at the moment, and shortly we'll be turning right into the car park. Okay, but if we keep going straight at the moment, we've obviously done these turns before, so if we can use our experience from them. So we want to be going right into this car park, so not the right here, the next right into the car park. Okay, and obviously if we just wait here until the road's clear. When you feel it's safe to go.
after this
Yeah,
bike.
that's good. Okay, and then nice and slow in the car park. At this mini roundabout we're going to be turning left, so we want to do the same as normal roundabouts. Indicators on, yeah. We've got a speed bump just there. And if we follow the signs round, so you can see you have to
Oh yeah, left.
keep following left, yeah.
Left.
Keep following the road.
Right, yeah. Okay.
That's good. And then we'll just follow the road round to the right here. And what I would like you to do is just go over this speed bump,
Yeah.
just over it.
That's big.
And if you can just pull up on the left hand side here, so that's perfect. And if we can just stop here, yeah,
Right.
and we'll
Do that.
park the car.
Do that. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a quick just talk about that drive. How do you think that drive went out? It was about 10 minutes, wasn't it? Maybe just over actually. How did you feel that went?
It was a bit busier.
Busier. Did you find that harder because it was busier? Did you have to concentrate more?
Yeah, I found it. That was definitely busier than what we've done before. But I thought I did all right. I just stayed in the left, didn't I? In the short
Yeah.
carriage. Well, no, it wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, I just stayed left.
Stayed in the left-hand lane. Yeah, which was good. Did you notice anything about when you turned left at one of the roundabouts?
Right.
So when we turned off the dual carriageway and come onto the single road,
Yes.
yeah, when we turned onto there, we obviously turned left, didn't we?
Yeah.
And you just slightly drifted into a different lane on the roundabout. So what we should have done then is obviously kept tight to the left-hand side as we were turning left straight away. Luckily, there wasn't any traffic behind us, so that's why I didn't intervene, because it was safe. But we want to keep in the right lane when we're going around the roundabout. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, the speeds, I didn't really sort of, like I said, I wasn't going to tell you the speeds. I wanted you to look at the speed signs and the speed limits rather than me intervene.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Exactly.
I didn't see a sign when we come in that road. Mind you, I don't know if I was.
If you don't see a sign, does the speed change if there's no sign, or is it the same speed as what you have been doing?
No, it stayed the same.
The same, exactly. Yes, that's what I was obviously trying to test you on. Just if you haven't, I mean, obviously everyone sometimes misses signs, but
all right, okay. So
if there was no sign,
that new road was a 60.
Yeah, we could have been going 60.
Yeah, I worried because
no
I thought it might be 30. I wasn't sure.
That's fair enough.
There was lots of queuing cars, and they were all stationary. So
yeah,
I just got a bit confused.
Yeah, obviously they were waiting to get onto the roundabout, but yeah, I mean, like I said, it's always best to ask, but I obviously just wanted to give that a go to just keep you noticing them. Okay. But yeah, I mean, the indicating was good. Apart from sort of slightly going out of lane on the roundabout.
I signalled late, didn't I? Because you said
signalled a little bit late on one of them.
I was at the 1.
You're at the 1
mark,
yeah, rather than the 300. So we did signal a little bit late on there, but you noticed it, which was good. So hopefully we'll remember that next time. Okay. But yeah, apart from that, I mean, the driver's pretty good, and you've done well. I mean, it was busier than before. We got here, in about 10 minutes, which we said we would. And like I said, we'll take that drive back, and we'll do that again, but the opposite way.
That way back.
We'll go that way back as well. So we'll have another go at roundabouts and dual carriageways, and anything that you feel like you need to correct. We'll see if we can correct on the way back. But what we'll do now, what we're here for, we're going to be here for probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and we're going to have a go at reverse bay parking. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So we'll just do a quick debrief on that. We've obviously not done any parking before, so this is all new. Okay. Obviously this is a car park, quite an open car park.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, and there's lots of places you park. You can park in your driveway, outside your house, in multi-storey car parks. But just to practice today, we're going to be doing it in here. Okay. So there's lots of space, nice and quiet. So we'll have a real go at it.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay. So when do you know what a reverse bay park is to start with?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Describe it to me.
Well, you reverse in a bay.
Reverse in the bay, that's good. And you've obviously been in a car when, well, maybe when I've done it before and when your parents have done it before, so you know what it is,
Yeah. They mostly drive in, to be honest.
What, straight forwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think my mum reverses in much. She tends to just drive in and reverses out.
Yeah. I mean, what are the advantages then for reversing in terms of when you want to pull out of the space when you leave the car park? If you reverse in,
it'd be easier to drive out.
Yeah, because where you're going to have, I mean, there's more likely to be traffic on the road where you're reversing out than there is in your bay that you're going into, isn't there? So
yeah. I wonder why she drives in then.
Some people drive in, I mean, if some people drive in supermarkets as well because they want to access their boot to get the shopping in and out. That could be the reason.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she always brings a trolley out. That's it. Not always, but
that could be.
She tends, even if she's just nipping in for a lottery ticket, she just.
Yeah, some people do, some people don't. I sometimes reverse in, I sometimes drive in, but it's obviously you need to know how to do them both, don't you? So basically, the aims of reverse bay parking is, I mean, simply to get the car into the space between the two white lines as central as possible.
Yeah.
But definitely not over the white lines, and safely. Okay.
Okay.
Important things we don't want to be doing are obstructing traffic and people while we're doing it. Okay. So that's where we use our observation. So by traffic, I mean when we're reversing into these spaces, we don't want to be getting in the way of traffic or hitting traffic or causing any trouble. And obviously if there's people about, we need to keep an eye on them. We want to avoid them as well, don't we, obviously?
Okay.
So do you know what the safe speed is to reverse into a space? Okay. Slow, yeah. So
two miles an hour, 1 mile an hour, I know.
You don't really want to be going over 4 miles per hour, okay?
4.
So that is sort of the maximum speed you want to be going when you're reversing. Any faster than that,
okay.
You know,
what do I do? Just check on my speedo? Because that's. Would I do that?
I mean, you should get a feel of it once we're doing it. I mean, I'll talk. If you're going too fast, I'll tell you. I mean, I don't want you to concentrate on the speed. I want you to concentrate on getting into space. But I mean, I'll talk you through speed while you're doing it. Another important thing when you're reversing into a space is whether you need the use of a signal. So, if you're on a busy road, if you're reversing into your drive off a main road, signal's important. The cars need to know. Signal's always good to use, even in this car park. There's a good chance there won't be any cars behind us or in front of us, but if you've got the signal on, the way you're going to be reversing, it's better to be safe, isn't it? So use the signal. So if the car does come up behind, he knows exactly what you're doing. You know, you won't get in your way. And just like when we're driving, really, all-round observation. So we want to check the mirrors. We want to be looking over our shoulders like we have been. All-round observation. Obviously, as we're reversing, even more important because it's harder to see people behind. So more checks while we're doing a manoeuvre, okay? So I was going to ask you a couple of questions before I'll sort of explain how we do it. Do you remember, obviously we've reversed around the corner and done a bit of reversing. Do you remember when we did that?
Reverse around the corner.
Reverse around the corner, yeah.
Oh, I've done that. All right. I thought we'd only straight reverse, but that's, okay. Reverse around the corner, yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. When we needed to slow down when we were doing that, can you remember what you did with the clutch? So your left foot.
When I went to slow down?
Well, no.
Sorry.
When you're reversing, you obviously got the accelerator on, haven't you? And you're using the dip in the clutch up and down. How high up did you have the clutch? Did you have it all the way up while you were reversing?
No.
Did you have it right down?
On the biting point.
On the biting point, yeah. So that's where we need to be. And if we do want to slow down, where do we put the clutch? Down, exactly. So obviously when we're reversing, we'll obviously keep that in mind, okay?
Yeah.
Before we reverse into a space, where do we want to look?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. So in front?
Everywhere.
And behind you? You want to look everywhere?
Yeah.
And that's obviously to, why do we look everywhere?
What might be other traffic, pedestrians walking past.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, no, it's a zebra crossing, isn't it? They might walk across.
Exactly. So yeah, we need to keep our eye out, especially as the light's starting to go as well. So obviously keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, what we'll do is there's 2 techniques of doing this. So I'll talk you through them both, and we'll have a go at either one or 2 of them, or whatever one you feel like would be best for you.
Okay.
I can either have a go first and show you how it's done. You can sit in the car and watch, or you can get out of the car and watch how I do it, or after I've explained it, if you feel confident having a go, we'll crack straight on. Okay?
What, get out of the car and watch you do it from me standing outside?
You can do that if that's easier. Whatever's the best way for you to.
It's too cold. No.
Whatever's the best way for you to.
I want to be in the car.
But yeah, So what we'll do. So there are 2 ways we can reverse into the car park space. So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse into one of these spaces when we get going. I'm going to ask you on the right hand side. So we're going to be going that way to start with. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like I said, there's 2 ways of doing this, and I'll just show you them both. So if you look here, I'm just going to write. This is the first way. Okay. So these are the car park spaces, and this is where we're sitting now. Okay. So we're sitting here. Yeah.
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 I get it, yeah.
The middle
edges,
the middle of the road, what we're on is here. And we're just sitting down here at the moment, okay? And these are the car park spaces. Okay. The first way of doing reversing into a car park space is when you turn, it's called turning on approach, okay? So what we'll do for this one, we'll get on, when we get going, we'll get the car on this side of the road, So we're close to the car park spaces. Yeah.
Oh, drive on the wrong side. Yeah.
Okay.
Drive on the other side. Yeah.
Just to park. Yeah. So we'll get a couple of feet away from the white lines. Okay.
Okay.
We'll pick a bay. Which one you're going to drive into? So say for example we pick this one. We'll call that bay 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So how we're going to do this is we're going to slowly drive up to there. Yeah. And as soon as we reach the first line of the bay, so they're the 2 lines, line 2, line 1. As soon as we reach that, we're going to turn the car. So we're going to steer left.
Yeah.
Round to here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then we're going to position
go
it.
Across.
So we're going to go across, yeah. Obviously, we're going to keep looking in front, keep looking behind, and so we're going to pretty much end up probably just over the side of the road here, and then we're going to stop there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be at that sort of angle, wanting to get into there.
Oh, I'm reversing from there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so once we've stopped there, what we're going to do. You're going to look in both your mirrors when we've stopped there, both your side mirrors of your car, yeah?
Yeah.
And what you want to see is these 2 white lines, okay, where you're going to go into. So while we're driving around, we'll keep looking at them in the mirrors, and when these lines are visible, yeah, that's when we stop, and that's when we start to reverse, okay?
Oh, right, okay.
All
so
right.
go across.
So yeah, as soon as we hit the first line,
And then I'll see the lines in the mirrors.
in the mirrors, yeah, and then we can see where exactly we've got to go, okay? And then we'll start the reverse, obviously the reverse technique. We want to get the back end of the car in the space first, okay?
Yeah.
And then obviously the steering with the front wheels will help us straighten it up, okay?
Yeah.
So is that something you think you'd be quite confident having a go at?
Well, I ain't done it before. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that.
Do you have any?
I'll try.
Do you have any questions? So you know, from how I've explained that to
So
you.
I think you put across, and then I'm going to see the lines in the mirrors.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then aim between the 2 of them, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. I mean, we're going to do it in a space where there's no cars either side. You know, so if you were over a line, there's
no one along here. Anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, when you're parking, sometimes when your mum goes to Tesco, she parks in between 2 cars, don't she? So we're going to do it. So there's no cars either side. So obviously, there's no risk. It's your first couple of goes of having a go at it,
Okay.
and we'll have a go and see if we can get in the space. All right.
Lovely. Yeah.
So
Brilliant.
we'll have a go at that one first,
Yeah.
and we'll see how we go. I'll talk you through it step by step, unless you wanted me to have a go first, so you can see, or would you like to?
No, I'm a doer. I like.
You're a doer, yeah. That's good.
I kind of learn if I do it wrong. I kind of learn by that.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing for most.
Try.
for
I know.
lessons.
I like if I do it. Yeah, make a mistake, then I can think. Oh yeah, I can sort of work it out. I just learn by doing.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. So that's what we'll do then. We'll have a go. So what I'm going to ask you to do before we get going, just go over the speed bump here. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Hold on. So yeah, when I say get going, we're going to go over the speed bump. Once we're over there, we're going to get onto the right hand side of the road. We're going to be about a foot away from the end of the car park space. Yeah, you can see the white lines coming out. Yeah, so we're going to be about a foot away from them, and then we're going to pick. I'm going to ask you to pick one of them spaces.
Is that a foot?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, so it'll be about that far away.
I'm more metric. Feet and yards and all that.
30 inches, does that help? No, 12 inches, sorry. 12 inches? 30.
That's a ruler, isn't it?
Yeah, ruler, foot long.
Yeah.
Subway as well. You ever had a foot long subway?
Oh, right, okay, yeah, no, yeah.
Same length as that.
Yeah, when you say foot yards, I'm like,
Okay.
I'm just.
Well, if you're way out,
yeah, just a little bit like that, yeah. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, roughly a
steering
foot.
wheel sort of width.
Yeah, I'd say about that.
Yeah.
So when we get over there, we're going to drive really slowly, you know, sort of 4 miles per hour, 5 miles per hour going forward.
All right, yeah, go over there with a speed bump, get near the bay, yeah.
Yeah, and then when we get there, while you're still driving forward, I'm going to ask you to pick a space on the right hand side.
Yeah.
So if we can do that now, so just go nice and slowly.
bumps. What, and I just pick a bail?
So if you slow down a bit more, so if we just stop again now, if we just quickly stop. Okay, I want you to pick what space you want to drive into.
I have this one.
Pick one a little bit further forward, a little bit more that way.
Not this one.
No, we'll go a little bit further, but not. So stop now. Stop now. Pick the space now. So not the one where that car is reversed into.
This one then. This
So
one?
we're a bit too far forward to do that one because remember we have to turn at the first line, don't we?
Do you?
So we want to pick one of few in front of us, really. So what one should we pick?
Don't know. You pick.
Okay, we'll pick. Keep going forward. We'll pick the space where the drain is. So when we get to that lane where that little drain is, yeah. Okay, nice and slow, and then now turn right.
Right. Oh, sorry. Right.
Sorry, turn left. Turn left.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's what I thought. I thought we were doing.
Yeah, sorry.
That was confusing.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. So nice and slow.
Oh.
Keep checking their mirrors, check them out, and then get as close as you can. Stop. Don't want to hit the curb. Okay, now look in your mirrors. Can you see the white lines of the space you're going to go into? I mean, can you see it just there?
Lots of white lines there and a white line there. There's a white line there.
Okay.
And there's more. Oh my God! Sorry.
Right, we'll just keep the engine off for now. So if you just stop it, there's no cars coming. If you just open that door and have a look behind you. So
open it.
Yeah, and just have a look.
You don't want me to get out? Just
no, just have a look. Can you see the white line?
There's a line up there.
Can you see the one where the space that you're going to be going into, where the drain is? Let me just have a look where we are.
The drain is here.
If you just keep your okay, what we'll do, because we're a little bit out there because we had a bit of hesitation.
Oh.
So we'll just have one more go at that, okay? So if we just obviously we've done a bit of reversing before, so we'll just do a bit of reversing now. So if we can just get the car into reverse.
Yeah.
Okay, and then spin round to near enough where we were before. So obviously do your checks before you start reversing. Obviously check your mirrors. Check there's no one about. Okay, that's good. Keep at that speed. Keep at that speed. Now straighten up. Straighten up a little bit. Keep like that. Keep like that. Keep going back a bit more. A little bit more. Okay, stop there. Okay, and then go into neutral and put the handbrake on. Handbrake first, then neutral. Sorry. Okay, so what? Like I said, we'll just talk through it again there. That, can you see the space where the drain is? The little circular drain, yeah, in the middle of it.
Yeah, when I was over there, I could see that.
Yeah, because we were slightly out, weren't we? If we were not quite in the right place. So what we're going to do this time, we're going to drive like we were up to that drain. Okay, not yet. So up to that drain, and when we just past the drain, just past the car parking, or just at the second white line, we're going to quick turn left. Okay, not drive quick. We're going to turn the car completely left. Okay. So steering wheel all the way around, and then we're going to
tell me when to do that.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you when to turn, and then we're going to stop before we get to the curb. So if we keep going forward now, nice and slow, do the checks as well.
Watch.
Obviously before we go. Okay. And now spin that wheel left. Yeah, keep going. And then stop before we get to the curb. So we can go a little bit more, can't we? Stop there, yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, now we're going to do reverse in a bit. So if we get the handbrake on and go back into neutral.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we're going to do, we don't want to dry steer, do we? Because we know that obviously can affect the tyres, yeah. So we want to get into, so with the handbrake on, we want to get to the bite point in reverse. So we want to be in reverse gear. Yeah, reverse gear, get to the bite point. So we know what the bite point is, you can feel it, can't you? Okay, and then we're going to take the handbrake off and then turn the wheel the other way, all the way around. Keep going. And you can see, so keep spinning it around while we're going backwards slowly. That's good, keep it there, keep going backwards slowly. Keep going backwards slowly. keep going backwards slowly. Keep looking as well. Look behind you. Check there's nothing about. Okay, and we keep going. Keep going. Yes, I mean, you keep looking. Keep looking. Is it safe behind? Have a look behind you. Look over your shoulder as well. Okay, that's good. Keep going around. And now we'll straighten up. So we're now, you should be able to see the lines in your, take it, straighten up like that. Keep nice and straight now. You can see the lines in both sides. And now we can see that one. Okay, you're just inside this one, so straighten up and then stop. Keep going back, keep going back. Yeah. Oh, keep going back, yeah. Because you can check at the front if you're in the space, can't you? Keep going back and then stop. And into handbrake on, into neutral. Right, well, we'll have a look. You in neutral? Right, so open your door. Are you in the line your side?
Yeah, there's a line here.
Yeah, and you're in the line this side as well. We'll just check. Let me just check. So yeah, I mean we've got pretty much perfectly.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, I mean get out. We'll both go out and have a look, shall we? So we're pretty much perfectly, maybe a little bit too far back. Yeah, but you can see that. Yeah, pretty much perfect when you think for car park space. Alright, yeah, which was good. Which was really good. So how obviously the first time we had a go, we weren't in the right position, were we? That was my fault though. I didn't talk you through when
coming back, I couldn't see that line. I could see that one.
Yeah, you could see that one.
Oh,
which
yeah, I'm
is
very close to that one, and it must just be.
Yeah, I mean that one's obviously not always as visible. When you're reversing right, you're obviously on the right hand side of the car. That line is a lot easier to see. Okay, and obviously when you're looking over your right hand shoulder, it is often easier to reverse right.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously you're closer to, you know, you're that side, aren't you? You're on the right hand side. If you're reversing left, you've got a big space here at the edge of the car, haven't you? So
how would I know
how far back to go?
When to stop?
What would you think?
I don't know. Well, if there's a wall there, I'd be just get close to the wall, but because there's just open bays.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The best way to see that is you can see where in front of you, just all down there and down there, the front of the white lines. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're the front of the spaces. So you know we don't want to be further out than them, but we don't want to be too inside them because then there's a chance we could be over the back line. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, I mean obviously if there's something behind you like a wall or a car, you can see that. That gives you a good indication. But I mean it's just using your mirrors and looking at the lines, you know, obviously knowing the size of your car. But I mean what we done there was pretty much perfect, to be honest with you. What we'll do, because obviously there's going to be a bit of traffic. Yeah, no, that was really good. There's going to be a bit of traffic on the way back, and you know we obviously need to get back on time. So what we're going to do is have one more go at doing exactly the same thing. Okay, and this time, I'm going to try not to talk you through it. If I need to, I will. But if we try and remember, so the main points are turning when you get close to that second line. So like you did, big turn, yeah. Stop just for the curb. Okay. You see that white line in your mirror. See if you can see that one as well. Reverse back. Speed was perfect. All round observation was all right. Didn't look back as much as we could, but you know, so obviously keep your all round observation going, and then we'll have another go at getting there. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to just drive all the way around the car park and come back to this bit here, okay? Because
all the way around it.
Oh, actually, could we? No, actually, what we'll do, there's no one over there anymore. So we're going to go right out of here over that speed bump, and you see you've got about 10 spaces over there.
Over there.
What I'm going to ask you to do in your own head is pick one of them, do exactly what you did then, and try and reverse into it, okay? Obviously in between this speed bump and that speed bump, so one in the middle of these 10 ideally, not either side. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Okay, we hit the curb there. Obviously we don't want to be hitting the curb, do we? Did you obviously found a space. Did you turn just before you got to the second line of that space? Like we did first time?
I don't know how to do it. You told me before, I just turned.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll reverse back again like we did before. So it's wheel the other way. What we're going in. Okay, it's good. Keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. Okay, we'll just go back a little bit. Okay, we'll just stop there.
And then you'll move straight.
No, what we'll do though, we'll just stop there for now. That's fine. So come, put the handbrake on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened differently? Just relax a minute. What happened differently there then? Why have we gone in on the wonk? What do you feel? Was it there because you weren't talked through that time? So you didn't think you turned at the right time?
I don't know when you're supposed to go across there.
Okay.
There's still these bays and lines. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm a bit, I don't know.
Well,
I don't really know.
If we have a look at this diagram again, you pick this car park space,
Yeah.
number one, yeah. We
Yeah.
start to turn just as you get to that second line. Okay.
How do I know when I'm there though?
Well, you can see the second line out of your.
Will it disappear under the bonnet? Or?
Well, it's just to the side. It's about just to the side of your car, so you can just about see it.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously keep
So
an eye on
to the
that.
side. I was. But you know when the drone was there?
Yeah.
When you just said steer, I just noticed it was literally on the top of my bonnet, so it steered. But there wasn't a drain, so I didn't know.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, when it's on the top of your bonnet, that's obviously when you're getting close to it.
But
so
the
that's
line
when
won't be
you
there,
steer.
will it? Yeah, I just, I'm guessing really. I don't really know.
Well, you obviously need to. I mean, what we'll do, we'll have one more attempt and I'll talk you through it again, okay?
Right.
So, we'll actually just do a quick lap of the car park.
What way?
So if we go right out of here, so obviously all round observation. Okay, and just watch that speed bump. Follow the road round to the right after the speed bump.
Where am I going?
Follow the road markings, so keep on this side of the road.
A lap of the car park. What, up here?
No, so we're going to be going right here, so where we can see,
Here?
yeah, right here where that car's just gone. Keep on the left hand side, keep on the left hand side, and then keep going straight over the speed bump.
Got their hard bumps, haven't
Yeah, they don't want you going fast in here, that's one.
they? Okay, so what?
Keep going straight, keep going straight. Over the speed bump again.
Am I going back over there?
Yeah, we're going to go back over there, yeah.
Am I allowed to go through the middle? Or?
We'll follow the car park round. Follow the car park round. So what I'll do, I'll talk you through it again, and I'll obviously explain, you know, how we're doing it as we go, okay? So if we just turn right here.
Alright. Ooh. Up here?
Yeah, keep going, yeah, and just turn right at the end of this bit. And we'll just do the same as we did before. So we'll go over these first two speed bumps, and we'll just pick that one where the drain is. Another learner driver there. Then.
Are they driven in?
Well, it looks like it, yeah.
I reckon that's easy.
Probably a little bit easier, yeah. Right, so go over the speed bump, then we'll get on the right hand side of the road, so we'll talk you through it. Check all around, obviously, if there's any cars coming. Okay, nice and slow. So we're just about a foot away from this line. Keep going nice and slow.
Drain.
Yeah, so keep going nice and
this
slow. So keep looking out of this side, and now we want to turn left now. Right, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. Okay, go forward a little bit more, tiny bit. Okay, we might have turned a little bit early then, just before we got to that second line, this line here. I think we might have turned about then, but what we'll do, we'll reverse anyway and see how close we are to the space, okay? So if you put the handbrake on,
Sorry.
don't worry about that. Into neutral. Into neutral.
Yeah.
Okay, we all right?
Yeah.
We good? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything coming? Have a look around. Nothing behind us.
No.
No. Okay. So what we'll do now? Can you remember what we did this? How we did this? So we got to the bike point in reverse, didn't we?
Put it in reverse.
With the handbrake on, got to the bike point, span the wheel the other way, all the way, all the way, all the way. Look in your right hand mirror as well for the line that you want to get into.
Which mirror do I use for the line? Am I using?
You can use both of them, but this one's probably.
I can see a line near my door handle.
Yeah, that is.
Is that the line?
That is a line for the next space along. We're trying to get in the other space, so we're just going to spin around as much as we can.
I think that's what I did last time. I was looking over there.
Oh right, okay. Well, what we're going to do, I'll talk you through what we do. Just spin that wheel around, and we'll all the way around, and we'll see where we get. Because yeah, go on then slowly reverse.
I can't see because your paper's in the way.
Just keep going. So it's not that space where that line is. So we keep going. No, it's not that space. Keep going. Can you look in this mirror?
Yeah.
Can you see the space we're meant to be going to, where the drain is?
There's a line there.
Yeah. So keep going round. Keep going round.
Yeah.
That's the one we want to be aiming for. Keep going round. That's good. Keep going round. Keep going round. So we want to just go a little bit more. Keep an eye on that line as well. Can you see the line there?
Oh, it's gone now.
Keep going round.
Keep going round.
Keep going round. Okay, now spin the other way. Spin the wheel the other way until we can straighten up. Straighten up.
Can't see any lines. Oh, there's a tree there.
Okay, we'll stop there. We'll stop there.
Okay.
All right. That one didn't. If we just go back in handbrake on into neutral. So we obviously
Oh,
think,
look.
yeah, have a look, see where we are.
No.
Can you see the drain?
The drain. No. Where's that?
If we just get out and have a quick look, shall we?
My engine's running. Is that all right?
That's fine. Is the handbrake on?
Yeah.
Right, so turn the engine off quickly. Sorry.
Right, okay.
The space we wanted to get into was this.
Yeah, I was looking at that line.
So we've missed that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But what we'll do, we'll just drive back and then we'll just do a quick debrief when we get back to the car park.
Oh yeah, it's 1:15.
Yeah, so we need to get back. We'll have a quick debrief then, and I'll talk you through what went right, what went wrong, what
okay.
went well with the drive. So
All right.
I'll direct you. Obviously on the drive back, just obviously be aware, obviously on the roads or on the roundabouts, the speed limits like we did on the way there, and any mistakes you felt you made or like we went through, we'll just try and correct them on the way back, all right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's go right out of here. We'll just get out of the car park. So basically the same way we just went, if you can remember. Keep on the left hand side now as we're driving.
What I just did, yeah, around the block.
Around the block, yeah, but obviously keep to the left.
Okay.
Just treat this like a road.
So we went up here before.
Yeah, so we're going to go exactly the same way. Yeah, nice and slowly over the speed bumps.
Oh yeah, they're really bad, aren't they, these bumps?
They are bad, yeah.
Cool.
They certainly make you slow down, don't they?
They break your car, wouldn't they, if you hit them hard?
Well, that's what they don't want you to go fast down there, do they? Obviously,
No,
lots of shops, lots of cars, lots of pedestrians.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah, that would damage your car, wouldn't it, if you hit them hard?
It would.
Like, literally like back breakers, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not. You wouldn't want to be going very fast over them. Okay, then just over this speed bump, and then we've got a mini roundabout in front of us, and we're going to be taking the second exit, which is right. So what do we do roundabouts?
What do you mean second exit?
So that's the first exit.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is a roundabout.
Mini roundabout, yeah. And then at the junction here, we're going to be turning left, okay?
Left.
Oh, it's good.
Give way.
Yeah, well noticed.
Wait.
He's in.
Was he flashing?
Not sure if he's flashing or set to indicate there, but if you're not sure, it's obviously best to wait. He wasn't really going slow enough for you to make a decision. But yeah, well, a gap will come. There you go. After this one.
Okay.
Okay. And the speed limit's 30 here. Okay, so until you see any other signs, that's what the speed limit will be. So we'll keep within the speed limit, keep the 2 seconds behind the car.
Fair enough, yeah.
Okay. And we're just going to quickly take the same route back to where we're going. So keep an eye out in front. What's going on?
Traffic lights changing.
What type of traffic lights are them? Are these?
Little, what are they? They're, some
Pedestrian traffic lights.
crossing.
Again, probably a little bit close to that car when we stopped. Remember what we say, we want to see a gap between the car and the road. Okay, we don't want to just stop so close then we couldn't see any of the road, could we?
Oh.
Yeah, so we want to keep a nice gap behind the car when we stop like that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit close. So if we just keep going on this road.
What is going to come out then?
Good awareness, obviously you noticed him coming, so keep looking around. It'll probably be quite busy like it was on the way there as well.
Yeah, they're all queuing up, aren't they?
Yeah, but
On this road. There's a quicker way in there if they're queuing up, so I'd be late, wouldn't we?
well, I'd like us to go this way so we can just have a little bit more practice on the dual carriageway. So traffic lights are going to go straight over, so keep an eye on the road markings. Obviously keep an eye on the colour of the lights as well.
They're going to change. They always change. There you go.
There you go.
Reds.
Well done.
Whenever I come along, they turn red.
That's good.
Should I put it in neutral or just stay in first and get ready?
I mean, you can have it in neutral, but you want to sort of start to prepare. I mean, start to prepare now, yeah. I mean, if you're not going to be stopping for long, then you can always get yourself ready. So it's just nice straight road here. Do keep an eye on speed limits though, because remember last time on this road they changed a couple of times, didn't they? So obviously be aware of the signs when they do change. Obviously,
Yeah.
drive to the speed accordingly.
Oh, look, 28. Is that my speed?
That's your speed, yeah. So you're under the 30 just, so that's good. Another set of traffic lights, green. Pedestrian ones again.
Was that a 2 crossing?
Yes. Okay. Notice anything here?
40.
Yeah.
Speed up.
If it's safe to do so. Which it is.
Oh, good.
If we need to gear change as well.
Should I put my lights on? Pardon?
They're not on.
I don't know. But it was light when we started, didn't they? Should I have my lights on?
I thought it was just come on.
Pardon?
It was just come on.
Good. Yeah, they're on. I'll
Good.
put one on.
Yep, still 40. Obviously keep an eye out for any more speed changes which might occur.
Oh yeah, 60. Is that 60?
That is 60.
60.
The national speed limit on a single carriageway road, isn't it? So,
Yeah. I'm doing 40. Is that alright?
you can go a bit, I mean the speed limit's 60, so we can go 60 if it's safe to do so.
There's a bend.
There is a bend, yeah.
I don't want to go 60 around there.
It's down to your own judgment.
Oh God, then we're doomed. We're doomed.
No, we're not. We're driving well. Okay, this is where we saw the traffic before. So
oh, right, yeah.
we're obviously coming up to another roundabout here.
Yeah, I see brake lights.
Yeah, so obviously be aware of the brake lights. See,
Okay.
cars are stopping, and we're going to turn right at this roundabout. Okay.
Oh, he's on muds. Right, yeah, more braking.
That's good.
So I'm going right at this roundabout.
You're going to be going right at this roundabout, which is the third exit, following the signs to Norwich East and Great Yarmouth.
Okay.
Were we a little bit close when we stopped into that car?
Yeah.
Tiny bit close. So we're going to be stopping the sound a few times here, so concentrate on stopping the right amount of distance behind.
How much is it?
So about there.
There.
So can you see the
loads.
road underneath that car?
Yeah.
You're fine then.
God, that's a load of space, isn't it?
That's the distance that's a safe distance you want to be though.
Oh, okay.
I mean, for example, if a car come from behind you, was going fast and hit you, you want to be further enough away from that car so you don't fly into that car, don't you?
Alright, is that why the way you do it?
Well, yeah, that's one good reason. Yeah, you just want to, you know, maybe
like
that car might need to reverse for whatever reason. You know, so I mean, if you're right up against his bumper, he's got no chance, is he?
Well, this car behind's close.
Yeah, he's probably a tiny bit too close. Potentially looks closer than he is. So when we get a little bit closer, we want to think about indicating. I mean, there's no point yet because it's just we're just in one lane, aren't we? And we're not going to be turning straight away.
Okay, yeah. Should I put that on?
Yeah, you can put that on, but get ready for when we. Yeah, we're just using all the driving skills we've learned in the last couple of months.
No, I think
Obviously.
I'm pretty sure my parents don't leave the gap. I think maybe that's where I've got it from. I think they just. Yeah, I'm sure. I'll have to have a look.
Yeah, look, I mean,
just go quite
so we'll just
close.
rather than talk about the gap now, we'll just concentrate quickly on this roundabout. So we're going to be turning right. So
God, it's
what lane do we want to be in?
Right, but
Mhm.
right, yeah, it's like we did this.
It's good use of the
We
indicator.
used the right lane
Yeah.
to turn right. Right.
So yeah, keep an eye on the traffic coming from the right. It's obviously stopping the line. Stop.
What was that?
Stop.
Cool.
Stop before the line. Stop. Stop. You're rolling forward. Okay, we don't want to go until there's a gap, okay?
More bloody always coming round.
That's good, that's good. Keeping this lane, keeping this lane.
This
So it's not this exit, it's keeping this lane. And now we want to indicate left.
left.
Yeah,
Oh, up here.
yeah, and then go and keeping this second hand lane at the moment. Keeping the second lane at the moment, yeah.
This lane, second.
Yeah.
What is this?
Now we can indicate left and go into the left hand lane. So I meant the right hand lane there, so
Oh,
that's
you-
good.
Was that all right?
That was my
the
mistake
same?
there. Indicator,
What do you mean?
gear. We're in the right gear. So at this roundabout here, I'm gonna tell you where to follow on the signs for this one. Okay, so we obviously use the board. So we're going to be following the signs to Norwich, Great Yarmouth, Ipswich, Thetford. Okay,
Oh, right.
which obviously they're second exit.
Go over it, yeah, right.
Remember to turn off that indicator. So yeah, we could use either lane there.
Sorry?
We could have used either lane there.
Oh.
The lane we were in was fine.
Oh, this is ahead. I thought you were turning right. Oh,
So if we wait for a gap, which is good.
Oh,
Didn't
no,
have to
he's
stop.
coming.
No, you're good, you're good, you're good. So keep in the lane, keep in the lane,
What
keep in the lane you're in.
this one.
Yeah, always keeping your lane you're in on the roundabout.
Huh?
That's much better. And then indicate left, and then keep in this lane. That's good. And let's get the speed up. And if we indicate left and go into the left-hand lane, that's good. Allow that car to overtake.
Oh, there's a car.
Indicator, gears as well. Remember the gears, are we in the right gear? when we get up to this next roundabout, which is probably about half a mile ahead, we're gonna turn
My
right.
lane's alright on that. You know,
We'll talk about that quickly when we get back, okay?
that was a bit confusing. I just
Yeah, that was a little bit confusing, but obviously I didn't want to talk about it while we were going around the roundabout. We just wanted to get us around there. And
I nearly broke the speed limit then. They're all speeding then.
Right, so come up to another roundabout here.
Oh yeah.
You can see the roundabout signs. Okay. And we're going to be turning right at this roundabout. So think about what lane we need to be in, whether it's safe to get into there. That's good. Use your mirrors. Looked. And we can turn the indicator off now. And then we can put it back on again. Notice the speed limit changes.
40. God. Don't want to speed.
You notice it though, a little bit late, but at least we notice it. Right, so slow down the roundabout. Right indicator right. Okay, that's good. And then remember, we need to indicate left when we pass this exit. So now we indicate left, keeping this lane for now.
Oh my God.
Go down here.
That car. Look at him. Oh. He can literally touch my bumper, I swear.
He wasn't that close to you, you were fine.
I hadn't even got in front of him to come up the back of us. Were I too slow then? He just seemed impatient.
He was a little bit impatient. At this roundabout we're going to be going straight over. So second exit.
Good. Second exit.
Okay, what lane are you in? Obviously we moved lanes a couple of times then, didn't we? At this next roundabout anyway, we're going to be going right. So if we get in the right hand lane, we didn't indicate that we'd right. We didn't really look then either. A little bit sloppy there.
Sorry.
That's alright, But obviously remember, keep going round. And we're going to turn left here. We've done this route many times. So yeah, I mean, obviously when we're on roundabouts and when we're switching lanes like that, indicator. When we're switching lanes like that, if you need to switch lanes, it's important to look in the mirrors and signal, because what if there was a car behind then when you're going to and from?
So speed up. That car looked a bit close.
Yeah, I mean if it's 40,
I
if it's
don't
30,
need 25 then.
obviously keep like we always do.
It was
keep
really
behind us.
close. Yeah.
And we're going to be turning left at this roundabout. Yeah, I mean if we're going well under the speed limit, then cars are going to be coming close to you,
I
aren't
just
they?
thought it was really close to me.
I mean if we're going 25 and a 40, that is what's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
And then we're just going to turn left here in to the macro car park.
Ah yeah, good. Back. Oh, it's past. We're a bit late, aren't we?
We are a little bit late, yeah. And if we can just, we're not going to bay parking now because we obviously are a little bit late, so we're just going to drive into a space where we were to start with. So just next to that black, or near that black BMW.
Okay.
So obviously we can turn in here, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just pull into a space around here.
Am I allowed to drive through the bays?
You can drive through there, yeah,
Oh,
for
I
now.
can get it straight then. So I can see the lights. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and we can turn the engine off now.
Turn it off, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, we'll just quickly...
Shall I put a light on?
Yeah, put a light on so we can see. Okay, quick debrief. How did you think the bay parking went?
I think I need more practice.
Yeah. I mean, it's something we can... Something we'd probably need to spend a bit longer on. I mean, we probably should be spending 2 hours on there, so we've got another hour lesson next, so we'll have another go at that. Okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
Obviously, it's our next session's in the middle of the day, so we can take another route to the car park, get there a little bit quicker. You know, because obviously we wanted to have a go at dual carriageway today because it was still fresh in the mind, wasn't it? So hopefully we'll have a bit longer in the car park next time.
That dual carriageway was different to what we did before the A47. I got used to the slip roads, but all them roundabouts, lots of lanes.
Yeah, I mean it was different. It was the same in terms of it had 2 lanes and there was options to overtake, and but yeah, I mean.
But I'm actually confused because earlier on you said that it wasn't a dual carriageway. That isn't it?
That is a dual carriageway.
Yeah, I thought you said earlier that it wasn't a dual carriageway.
That is a dual carriageway.
I did get a bit. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, okay. So it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a dual carriageway. Yeah. Okay. I did notice you asked that a few times when we were going around, but obviously I just wanted to concentrate on exactly what we're doing. But yeah, I mean 2 lanes, dual carriageway. Okay.
With it.
But yeah. Anyway, that's why we went that way.
Okay.
I mean the bay parking, first one we got in perfectly.
Yeah, when you helped me, that was good.
Yeah. So maybe next time when we do it, I'll talk you through it a few more times. Give you a bit more help while we're doing it, because like I said, that first one was really good, and we got in. The whole going forward and reverse and the speeds was all good. We obviously just missed the bay by a little bit, didn't we, the second time? So obviously we'll talk about that next time and what we'll do to make sure we get in that bay, rather than just miss it by half a foot or whatever we missed it by. Okay, but I mean it was a good attempt.
More in T bays when at the end on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. So what?
There was a bit. Yeah, if I can do more of that.
Yeah, so we'll do more of that. And obviously I'll explain in detail as we go around when we need to turn, when we need to reverse, and then as we go on, you'll obviously be able to pick that up yourself and have a good crack at it. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that was a good lesson, and
oh, cheers.
Thanks. We'll go again next week.
Right.
What did you find positive from it today? What did you think was good? What do you think you were good at in the parking? Was your observation good?
I think so.
Yeah, I would say the observation was quite good. Probably didn't look over your shoulder enough. Over your left shoulder, but we used the mirror as well, and the observation was good. The speed,
yeah, slow.
Yeah, but that's what we need to do. So the speed was very good as well. I mean, your clutch control was brilliant. You know, didn't have any problem with that at all. Okay,
all right.
But like I said, we'll go again. Go again next week. We'll have another crack at bay parking and try and perfect it then.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Finish 10 minutes over.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
I knew. I didn't know that was happening.
So what I'd do, because obviously I need to go away, fill out the marking sheet, and score it, and then give you the feedback, which I'll do. But let's just have a discussion. Let's just let's just say what we think. So. How do you feel you did with that? Do you think you've done enough there to pass?
Nah.
I'd agree.
Didn't do enough to pass, no, mate.
What would be the reason for that, in your opinion? What do you think was not up to the standards?
A few things. I think I don't think I explained how to do the parking well enough at all, and probably let you have a go on your own too quickly. I think some questions you asked me, I didn't answer thoroughly or properly. Obviously the speed limits and stuff like that, I was very hesitant.
There was some incorrect stuff.
I was telling you some false information.
40 limit, it was a 60 limit.
I tried to backtrack that and say I was testing you, but yeah, that was shit.
The dual carriageways was 60, but they're 70.
Yeah.
So I'm getting some bad information.
Yeah. The thing is with that, obviously I knew that, but I didn't then change it. I didn't like say, oh yeah, it's 70, whatever. I just let it be, just because I knew I'd done it wrong. If
you make a mistake, just confess. Just say, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm right. I was wrong. It was actually a 60 there.
Yeah.
And rather than don't say, oh yeah, I was just testing you, because I think the examiner's going to be like, wrong. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, I knew I got that wrong straight away, but I just tried to like ignore you.
The big thing for me is risk. There's just too many faults being missed, like critical safety stuff.
Yeah.
Like big stuff.
What, when you're driving? When you on the drive?
And in that car park, I ain't looking out the back at all.
No.
I'm swinging it out. I am looking. Now, for safety, and when you see the video, but I'm looking down there because you're staying looking at right mirror, and I'm having a good long assessment, and I'm having a little look, thinking, can I just swing across? I don't want to kill someone. But then it's like, go now. And we're like, wow.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
wear out.
yeah.
Reversing back, you are not watching me at all. You are not watching me. You're when you see the video. At one point, I just watched you. You're just looking there, and I'm where the car's moving,
I was looking at that,
and I'm just looking at you, thinking, who's in control here? Who's looking? Because where the car is moving, and no one seems to be looking.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just big no.
Yeah.
You've got to watch people. You're in charge. You've got to be
Yeah.
responsible. And I'm, like my POM routine, I just go, just off I go.
Yeah.
Going out, off, I'm off. Don't check.
Yeah.
You're saying it, but I ain't.
No, I know. I thought you were just gonna. I mean, obviously I need to correct it, but I thought you were just gonna do all that right. But
Yeah, you got to make sure I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
But then in the justification for that, your people's thinking, right, what have I got to do? Right, I've got to go up there. And they're just focused, they're now focused on that. And they forget that they got to focus on the other stuff.
Yeah.
So I've still got to do that. I've still got to be looking. And if you, well, not if, when you spot it, you say, what? Hang on a minute. Where are you going to, yeah. Really important how you got to look. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that observation is probably like the headline, because that was like the big risk.
Yeah, I was more trying to get you in the space rather than like watching what you were doing.
Yeah, and in terms of the main objective today, to get me in a bay, can I do that? No. So have I learned it? Basically, I need another lesson.
Yeah.
So as a pupil, would I want to pay for that? That's like going to a restaurant and it was like burnt.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
You know, but yeah.
Or it was undercooked or something. I wouldn't pay for it.
No.
Because I'm not saying we got to master it in an hour, because an hour is a short lesson, but I need to know how to do that. And I don't, not without, and when you stop telling me when to steer. So we need like reference points and a method to really break it down. So like, come here, stop here, handbrake neutral. Where's the line? Oh, I don't want line. Then you can do that. So it's under my mirror. All right, there, use that. There you go. That's your bane. And walk them through. So what that tells me is you need more training on that particular exercise, so that you might be able to do as a driver. Obviously, you pass part 2, but to teach it, it's not being broken down, and I don't really know. You mentioned about give me 2 methods. Wow, that's ambitious in a short lesson.
Yeah. I didn't realise actually how quickly an hour goes.
Yeah, it goes quick. And just little faults, like on the way, you're making notes. Well, let's rewind. On the dual carriageway, I drifted off, didn't I? That needs to be sorted out. I need to talk about that, about how I can do that, how I can stay safe. Then later, when we come off the dual carriageway, you start writing something down, so I go for the verge. Can you control the car when you're writing something?
No.
So you're with a learner, that's an offence what you're doing, because you're a supervising driver and you're not in control. So you're writing stuff down, and I go mirrors, like drift over into the muds after I've just cleaned my car. That was a bit disappointing. and you're like, well, and you're not, you've got pens in your hands, stuff in your lap, you're not able to take control. So that's risk, big problem. Yeah, so drifting off, straight line roundabouts, cutting lanes. You did mention it when we got to the car park. I did want it on one roundabout. You did mention
But you did it on them ones there as well, didn't you?
And yeah, I hadn't, because I did confirm with you, have I done this before? You said I've done the A47, slip roads on and off, dual carriageway, but I haven't done this. So that is like, that is a lesson in itself, those roundabouts. So you're like, your directions are coming in late, very late, and then you're blaming me. You actually blame me for like my shoddy, my sloppy driving, and I'm like, well, a bit of warning would be nice to be able to, because I'm not able to check my mirrors or signal. It's like, you're right, ooh, like just coming back down here. And I did comment on my signal on the way out, the dual carriageway. I said, oh yeah, I signalled late there. Normally I'd signal at the 3. That's because your instruction is coming as I'm going past the 300-yard marker. That instruction needs to be delivered when I can see that roundabout board up in front of me, like quadruple the distance back.
Yeah.
Because then I can think, oh right, I'm going there, right? Okay, what mirrors? I know I'm going there. Signal but it's, you're literally delivering it so late that I'm like, what hit was?
Yeah, it was. That just makes it, yeah.
So I'm not able to do what I'm supposed to do because I'm not being given a fair chance to drive the way I've been taught. You know, I can't use my system because, well, if we did, I wouldn't lose enough speed going into the roundabouts.
Yeah.
So yeah, directions are late. Some difficult stuff coming back. You know, with the roundabout, I got confused with where you said quite rightly, I'm going to help you here, and you said you're going to turn right, second exit towards Great Yarmouth and all of that. You listed them, didn't you? And I went, oh right. So what did I do? Mirror, signal, went over. And then you said, oh, you can be in both lanes. So would it be good if I didn't know that? How would I know that?
No, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't. So
you can control that and say, right, I want it this roundabout. We haven't done this roundabout before. So like you said, yeah, we're gonna be turning right, but I want you to stay in this lane. Stay in this lane. Because we can use both lanes. And we're gonna head towards the so and so, you know, so there's the sign. And then this lane will split and you want to be down the middle lane to turn right. So you're effectively going to be turning right from the middle lane here. And then I'll be like, oh, the road markings say ahead. It's confusing. So just there's dangerous stuff happening basically. Some of it is instructor led. Some of it's just because you're not noticing. So there's faults there that could be fixed. Like my going off the road. Yeah, there's we need to sort that out. Tyres and tarmac. Yeah, you're getting on that. You got there with that one, didn't you? I kept doing it, and then finally you said you started to prevent it.
Yeah.
So and this is where, if you know your pupil, this is the advantage of part 3, because you'd know them. You'll think, right, I know what you like. You like to drive close to cars when we stop. So being proactive. You remember, you'd remember when you'd come up to a back of a car and say, so what kind of gap are you going to leave here then? I'd be like, oh yeah, no, you said tyres and tarmac. If that was an ongoing problem.
Yeah.
Or but we didn't know that. We didn't say, because you did say you can put in faults when it.